A cast iron pan is one of the best ways to cook delicious pizza at home. It makes a crispy and buttery crust with a fluffy center that holds just the right amount of saucy and cheesy goodness. For the dough, let's begin with 1.5 cups of water and pour in 1 packet of active dry yeast along with 1 teaspoon of honey or sugar. It's important that the water is about 105 degrees to activate the yeast. Let it sit for about 5 minutes or until it becomes foamy. In the meantime, you can mix and measure out the dry ingredients, which will just include 3.5 cups of bread flour and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. This will make enough dough for 2 full-size pizzas. After the yeast mixture is bubbly, pour in 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Then add the wet ingredients directly to the flour. The bread flour helps create a chewier and more pizzeria-like crust, but all-purpose flour will work too. Mix the ingredients together with a wooden spoon until it forms into a shaggy dough and most of the flour is incorporated. If you're having a tough time mixing in all the flour, let it sit a couple minutes to absorb the water and only add a tiny splash of extra water if needed. Drop the dough onto a clean surface to begin working it with your hands. We're going to knead the dough for about 10 minutes or until it becomes smooth and elastic, which means the gluten has been developed and will make for a good crust. This will basically just entail folding the dough onto itself and pushing with your palm while rotating with your other hand. But it's not rocket science, and you can really just fold, flip, and push the dough in any manner you prefer, but just try to keep a rough circle shape. As you're kneading it, you should notice it becoming stretchier and stretchier. The dough should also spring back slowly if you press on it with your fingertip. Once you're ready, place the ball into your large bowl lightly greased with olive oil. Cover with plastic wrap and poke some air holes before letting it sit in a warm spot for at least 2 hours or until it doubles in size. After the dough has risen, oil your hands and place it back onto your work surface before forming it into an even shape that you can easily cut in half to measure out the 2 dough balls. Take half the dough and fold the edges toward the center. Flip the seam side down and cup and rotate your hands around it to begin creating the ball. Connect your pinkies in front of the dough and pull the ball towards you while running your pinkies underneath it. Then rotate and complete the motion about 4 times to completely seal the bottom. An even and tight dough ball will help it rise evenly and create an airy crust. Place the dough balls into greased bowls once again and cover with plastic wrap. Now this will be ready to make a delicious pizza in as little as an hour, but the longer it sits, the more flavor it will have. So you can also place it in your fridge for up to 48 hours if you want to make it ahead of time. When you're ready to make your pizza, brush on about a tablespoon of olive oil to the bottom and sides of your cast iron skillet. Grease your hands and place the dough into the center of the pan. You'll notice in this recipe, we're always using oil instead of flour to keep the dough from sticking because it makes it easier to stretch in the cast iron and gives it a better color on the bottom. With your fingers, push out the dough towards the edges, making sure to never press directly on the crust. If your dough is in the fridge, it's important to let it come back to room temperature before stretching it out. Once you have your circle, place the pan directly on the stove on medium-low heat. This will help create a very crispy crust and partially cook the dough before adding any toppings since it's on the thicker side. After about 4 minutes on the stove, you can begin to spoon on about a half cup of homemade tomato sauce in an even layer all the way to the edges. Next is of course about 4 ounces of freshly grated low moisture mozzarella, and then a nice grating of about 1 to 2 ounces of Parmesan cheese. I like to finish my pizza with a few dollops of sauce on the top because I like the way it looks, and I'm not adding any toppings on this one, so a little extra cheese and sauce doesn't hurt. Now place the pan into the top third of a 450-degree oven and bake for about 10 to 12 minutes. After about 10 minutes, my bottom was very well done, but I wanted the top to be darker, so I placed the oven on a low boil for a few more minutes to get my desired color. After everything was looking crispy, I took it out and finished with some torn basil leaves and a final dusting of Parmesan cheese. You should be able to easily slide it out of the cast iron pan onto a wired rack to cool but remain crispy. As you can see, my crust was mainly golden brown and charred in some spots, which just added a more pizzeria-like flavor. Now to slice it into 4s before enjoying. Please leave any questions or thoughts in the comments and let me know if you plan on trying this one out. Thank you for watching.